I love Epic the Musical. If you have no clue, it's the Odyssey. Over the course of the next few months, I'm going to be taking you through, song by song, ranking every single song. We are also going to be taking a look at animatics. We'll also be ranking the sagas as a whole. In honor of my favorite reaction channel and reactor, Mr. Danny Mata, I'm going to be incorporating some fit checks. First fit check for today. Collared shirt. There are two ways you can choose to interpret this. The fires engulfing Troy, or blood. And trust me, if you've seen the Odyssey, you know there's a lot of blood. I'm going to add my own little twist. I'm going to add in some special objects. These special objects will just be over here off to the side. I will do my best to incorporate new special objects to set the tone. So, what will our first special object be? Here we go. This is my copy for my mythology class in college. But I won't stop there. Let's get another special object in. Our second special object is this DVD copy of Troy. I need not explain why. But wait, I have one more for us. Let me get it out. Because my memory's not perfect, let me get my notes. Here we are. Here inside this very nice little journal. And because I'm left-handed, I'm starting with the back, so that I don't have to write over this. I am a fan of Epic. The entire show on 3 discs. And now, without further ado, to Ithaca by Carr. I'd like to take a second to compliment the chefs, of which there are many, who have created many wonderful animatics for every song in Epic the Musical. I'm going to take you through the honorable mentions. If one takes my fancy, I will crown a runner-up champion. Let's begin. Our first song is The Horse and the Infant. Marcomi. I absolutely adored your shot at around 1 minute and 36 seconds, where a droplet of rain becomes a tear in the eye of the horse. Thank you, chef. Virtue. I liked your design of Zeus. Felt very Anaflamma coated. I also enjoyed your use of the Shadow Soldier. You imbued this animatic with a lot of energy. It felt big and grandiose, and that's no small feat. You used color, and you used the warm and the cold. Very good work, Virtue. Caladras. Now you making Zeus's bird form out of lightning was such an inspired choice. Zeus's bird form leaving burn patterns on the places that it perches or passes through. Mint. Brit Pal Pixel. At around 2 minutes, Zeus's bird form casting a human shadow on the pillar. Oh, that's wonderful. You are the only person who incorporated Andromache, the mother of the baby, to have Odysseus battle her to take the infant. And that's brutal, and I love it. And now, a name I'm not equipped to pronounce. We're going to call this individual Oz. Oz. This had so many beautiful ass shots. And by that, I don't mean shots of the butt. Beautiful -ass shots. You're the only person or one of few people doing it in this beautiful 3D animation style. So hats off to you, my friend. While all of these were great and fantastic, I have to give the winner of the runner-up animatic to Mr. Felix. Felix went with a completely different direction. This animatic is tongue-in-cheek. It's full of memes, and it made me die laughing. Felix, I really appreciate your unique angle. Which one did I like the most? Well, that's going to be none other than Gigi. They've created some of the best animatics and animations, but I want you to take a look. Even now, there's a great use of the camera and of movement. This thing feels very alive and energetic. Let's go ahead and rank The Horse and the Infant as a song. I am very particular when it comes to the opening songs of a musical, as of course, first impressions are very important. And there have been some opening songs that have been so powerful that they've left me with goosebumps. An example, off the top of my head, No One Mourns the Wicked. If I have to have a criticism, it's that this song feels somewhat incomplete without the following track. And because these are separate, I'm going to be giving this song a C. By no means a bad song, but there are so many incredible pieces of music in this show. It's tough out here in these streets. We move on to our second song, Just a Man. Let's go through our honorable mention animatics. First up, a name that, if you've been a part of this community for a while, you'll recognize. And if you're new, you're gonna learn the name, Neil Illustrator. Alongside Gigi, Neil has also made some of the greatest Epic the Musical animatics and animation. In fact, Neil might be the best, but we will get there. Let's take a look at Neil Illustrator's interpretation. Neil, oh, you're a bastard, Neil Illustrator. You're one of the few people to incorporate the sound of a crying baby at the very start of the song, right as Odysseus is holding a knife over his head. You actually take Odysseus out of the tower, off the balcony, to have him walk through the crowd as people bow their heads in shame. Very interesting. Now, I do have some mixed feelings of this because, of course, one of my things that I love about the winning animatic is when they choose to have Odysseus come out on the balcony and how it matches up with the music. And of course, you're a bastard because you added yet another crying sound right before the toss. You're a monster, Neil. Dude, the shot of his hands empty with the sound of the wind, fucking brutal. Back to you, Marcomi. You and Neil implemented a similar effect. You have yourself a shot of Odysseus opening his eyes, and in your version, you have the blanket undulating in the wind. That's a nice touch. You also do something incredibly unique that no other animatic for this song does. On the final "Forgive Me," Odysseus looks up to the sky and talks directly to Zeus. Very interesting, considering the fact that Zeus is the one that gave him the task. Him asking for forgiveness all the same is a very interesting angle. And if you were to do the full show, I would love to see that relationship explored more. Wolfie the Witch. Wolfie, I liked how you played around with the symbolism of Odysseus' helmet. At around 58 seconds, he takes it off right before the first "I'm just a man." You can see him shift into just being a father. And then at 138, the helmet is used to cover the baby. Again, playing with that dilemma of this child could one day become a monster, but for now, it's just a child. Good work, my friend. Virtue. I want you to know, virtue. The first word that I wrote in my notes is the word sick. Because this animatic had so much just at the very first. When does a comet become a meteor? You have Odysseus about to be hit by what looks like a giant flaming rock, and then he catches it, and it's tiny. That's amazing. And similar to Marcomi, you do something unique to this animatic that, I'm not gonna lie to you, made me cry. As Odysseus is about to drop the child, we actually hear the mother crying, and it's, oh God, it's gut-wrenching. Mason Hallmark. Hello, Mason. I simply adored your, we'll call it a Bad Boys 2 spinning shot in 1:45. Good job, chef. And in my notes, I have it written as, holy fuck, the shot of the sunrise behind Odysseus after he dropped the kid. Now, I want you to know, I paused my screen and I said, I wish I had a fully rendered Prince of Egypt style screensaver of that one shot. That is a beautiful shot. There were so many incredible runner-up animatics for Just a Man. I have one that really caught my attention. Genjo 3. It understood the moment where both narratively and musically Odysseus is crossing a threshold. Right as he says his first, when does a comet become a meteor? He steps out onto the roof. The wind picks up. It feels dramatic. And that's my one critique of Neil. Neil took Odysseus out on the balcony before the music really picked up. It needs to be big. And here it is. There's also this dreamy-like quality. Some of the flashback sequences and the way that the drawings looked. I really like that a lot. This was a very good animatic. You are my runner-up. But if Genjo's the runner-up, that begs the question, who is the winner? Why, it's none other than Gigi again. And when I said that this is only the beginning of good things to come from Gigi, I meant it. Because that shadow soldier from a little earlier, that's Gigi's. That's right. Gigi invented something so iconic for her animatic that many others have used it as well. Also, the shot of the tree growing out of, and hell, let me try to say the name. Syntax? Oh, I have it written down somewhere. Oh, gee, where is it? It is somewhere. But anyway, why Gigi? Well, another reason, the shot of Odysseus holding the knife over the baby while saying the incredible line of, close your eyes and spare yourself the view. Now, if I heard this correctly, the creator of Epic, Jorge, was interested in leaving it ambiguous if Odysseus drops the baby, but not here. In this version, we see the hand drop shot. And every single time I have rewatched this animatic, I get chill bumps all over again. Being unambiguous with it leads to a more interesting character. Can you empathize with this character who you just watched murder an infant? It's a fun task. Where does the song sit in our Troy Saga ranking? Well, for me, this song is in fact going to be our first A. I think the song is great. For one, this is what Epic the Musical is all about. This is one of the big themes of the show. This is one of the songs, if someone had never heard of Epic, I would say, take a listen to this. Let's move on to our final song for today. Full Speed Ahead. Let's start with our honorable mention animatics. Virtue. Truly a nice touch. At around 52 to 53 seconds, where you transition from day to night. Of course, the song does say, "Give me till sunrise," so it's nice to know that details being paid attention to. Mason Hallmark, at 1 minute and 54 seconds, will you give us a delightful detail that Eurylochus might need glasses. Now, of course, Epic the Musical fandom is a little bit split on the use of giving Polites glasses. This is, of course, done to pay tribute to the singer and voice actor for Polites, but I like the glasses. Next up, Medj Illustrates. Medj, I really enjoy the new Challenger appeared-like graphics for both Eurylochus and Polites. It has often been said that Epic the Musical contains influences from both anime and video games, so it only seems fitting to do these kinds of elements. Also, when the lyric 600 Reasons to Take What We Can is sung by Eurylochus, he's holding an empty food bag. Foreshadowing, perhaps? Who can say? Nice touch adding the owl to symbolize Athena. Makes her, well, later appearance feel a little less out of nowhere. Vapor, ST. I liked your solution for Polites. Instead of glasses, you gave Polites a gap in his teeth. You're the first person who's done that. Haven't seen that before. I also really enjoyed that moment of Eurylochus pushing Polites into the boat. Some nice, solid, brotherly energy there. I also liked your use of colors pushing from day, sunset, into the night. Again, so many excellent animatics, animations. But which one took the prize this evening? Why, it's none other than Wolfie the Witch. I did love the flashes of the monsters on It's What Lies in Between. I've seen a few other people do that. I like yours the most, Wolfie. The most important thing, though, is the way that Wolfie draws Odysseus. Look at how soft, naive, doughy-eyed, and vulnerable Odysseus looks. I think it's important for us to have this contrast between Act 1 Odysseus and, as you'll find out, Act 2 Odysseus. Again, to all the other chefs in the kitchen, you guys did wonderful. But it was a tough competition, and Wolfie, in the end, won out. I'm so glad that you decided to join me on this journey. In the coming days, I will cover the remainder of the Troy Saga and the rest of Epic the Musical. Until then, my friends, stay lovely.